Excuse me, hello. Okay, welcome back to another one of my videos, where I basically review an anime that I've watched. So, without further ado, to begin with, I own the rights to this anime. There probably will be some cursing. There most likely will be some spoilers. So, the anime I will be reviewing for this video is called Panty Stocking with Garterbelt. What a weird name, isn't it? So, this is a 13-episode anime that ran from October 2nd, 2010 to December 25th, 2010. And here's the synopsis. Panty and Stocking, the Anarchy Sisters, are two nasty-ass angels who got booted from the pearly gates for being foul-mouthed bitches. Now they spend their nights blowing up ghosts at the seedy abyss between heaven and earth. Panty likes sex. Stocking likes sweets. Their Afro-sporting main man, Garterbelt, has a fetish we can't mention. Together, they're turning the mean streets of Dayton City into a buffet of bodily fluids. Ghosts don't stand a chance against their lingerie and mass destruction. And if these debaucherous duo can collect enough heaven coins, they might get their halos back. It's a slim chance in hell, but anything can happen when you're rolling commando, especially with Panty and Stocking. So, if that wasn't weird enough, if that doesn't tell you how weird the show is, let me just tell you 100% sure this show is weird. I mean, come on. Did you hear any of that? That thing is like a stew pot of every single thing that could be weird just about. I mean, come on. Anyway, where were they going with this? I have no clue where I was going with that. So, it's a very weird ass anime. And, so yeah, there's two Anarchy Sisters who are angels that go kicked out of heaven, and if they have heaven coins by defeating these evil ghosts or whatever, they can find their way back in heaven. And as synopsis stated, Panty likes sex, and that is featured a lot. I mean, it doesn't show the actual act, but you can always know, like, okay, she's having sex. She's having sex. I mean, come on. It's one of those things where, like, they'll show it behind something. They'll show like the aftermath and cover up parts, but you know she had sex or she's having sex. And then there's Stocking. Stocking is like all big on sweets and everything. And other than that, I'm not sure. And their weapons. Their weapons are an intriguing bit. Panty's weapon is a gun. And would you care to guess how she gets her gun? Hint: it's in her name. Her gun is her panties. That's weird. And Stocking is quite the same. Her sword is her stocking. So basically, to take off these garments to transform into weapons, which for Panty means going commando, as so stated in the synopsis. And then they use these weapons to fight ghosts and everything. And then there's also Garterbelt, the big old Afro black man as seen in the beginning picture. He is the priest that is in charge of those two, who apparently we find out kind of later on in the series, he apparently is an immortal of some sort, because I don't know how exactly, but something like he was like some kind of drug person or another. He got sent back in time to like dino ages. He survived the entire freaking all the way to the present, never dying. I mean, this is all like by the command of God or something. I'm not really too sure. But he has a bondage fetish. So that's not the fetish that they mention in the synopsis. In the fetish that they're mentioning is the one that is very often portrayed as for Catholic priests, and that is that they like little boys. They go there. There is a subtle. Excuse me, damn it. There is a subtle running joke throughout this entire series that he likes little boys. I mean, come on. One of the main characters is a guy named Brief, who he likes Panty and everything, but he's like a little nerdy kid, but he comes more important later on in the series. Anyway, you can tell from some of the stuff that he likes that he's kind of like he's checking them out. And then and there's also an episode where they do like that has to do with underwear. That's the whole show is. It's some kind of like high school thing where like it's like an underwear party where everybody's in underwear, both guys and girls. Don't you care to know who's hosting this? It is our Garterbelt going incognito with somebody else. And it does right when he comes up on the stage after this place, it does a clear shot of him eyeing all the guys in the lower regions in their underwear. So, yeah, Garterbelt likes little boys, and he's in the bondage, and that just adds on to the weirdness. And then we have Chuck. Chuck is, see, in the main picture, he was that little green thingy off to the left. I'm not quite sure what in the world he is, because he's like some kind of, I don't even know how to describe him. I mean, they can do anything he just killed. He's got some kind of little demon thing living in his head. It's actually him. He can take it out into his body. Actually, something like a suit thing or something. I don't know. It's freaking weird. Chuck is weird. Chuck is weird. There is no. I have absolutely no way to describe Chuck. Let's just say that he could. I can't even simply describe him. Just how out there he is. But that's it. I mean, this was a good anime. You just had to filter some stuff, and this is definitely not for the lighter-hearted people, because come on, you find Ghost, you have these sexy scenes. This is all that. Come on, they're basically their underwear turns into a weapon. What's the other thing? Oh, come on, I was just thinking of it. Oh yeah, the transformation scenes. Now, from the main picture, you saw how the animation style was. However, that changes during the transformation scenes for Panty Stocking. It turns into a more realistic looking version or what is usually seen in anime. Excuse me. Okay. So, yeah, during transformation scenes, these stripper poles come out of nowhere, and they're dancing on these suckers, while saying their lines like, "Oh, dead goat," something about a ghost, go vanish in hell with his holy armament, something like that. All the while doing this kind of like erotic, almost striptease thing, where in Panty's case she's taking off her underwear, and in Stocking she's taking off one of her stockings. And mind you, they do this every time they transform. The stripper poles come out of nowhere, it turns more realistic, and they just like, oh good lord, did I just come to a stripper? What? Did I just come to a strip club or something? That's basically what it feels like. It's like, where the fuck these strip poles come from? Huh? Where? What? Not to say it wasn't enjoyable to watch. It's just like, why? This is hilarious, but why? With this anime, they just tried to make it as funny as possible. That's what they did. They made weird. They made it so very weird, and they made it as funny as they could. And like, okay. And then there's only one season. I wish there was more seasons, because at the end of the series they did a new crisis sort of thing where it's like, okay, where's the rest of the series? However, there are 3 options for this. One, and the most unlikely sense of the options, because this is an anime back in 2010, is that they are still planning on making the 2nd season. It is very highly unlikely because as of this year, it has been 5 years since this came out. Technically 4, since we're not quite close to the winter of 2015. Anyway, the 3rd option is that they were planning to make the 2nd season. But they never. But due to certain circumstances, they never did. That one is highly likely. And then there is the final option. And that option is, which is also very highly likely, is that they just threw that in there to tease people. Because I can see this anime doing that, just throwing this in there like, here's this! It's over. I can see, because I said this anime just throws whatever the hell they want together. And it's funny, and it is a good one. What's that ending? It's like, okay, come on, rest of the season, please. Anyway. So yeah, I give this one about an 8 stars. I would watch it again. I just wish it had more. I mean, this is an enjoyable show. It's just not something for little kids, or something that you should show your parents if they're a little bit more conservative. I don't know if that's the right word, but it'll work. But it's still a good show. So, I guess I will call that quits for this video. So, I need to quit saying that stuff. For the video, I will be doing a review of the anime The Irregular at Magic High School. Also another great one that I finished watching recently. It was good. There. So, I'll save that for later for now, and I'll see you all in my next video. Sayonara.